I'm thinking of ripping out this entire roundabout, put all the roads back to as they should be, and we'll just see So traffic has become a big problem in Mississipatea, my American-inspired, in inverted commas, city that we've been building over the past few months. I've added mass transit, I've changed junctions and intersections and all sorts of things to try and get the traffic under control, and it still is beating me because this is a huge, bustling city. And yeah, we need to do something about it. So today we are going to pick the biggest traffic hotspot that we've got in the city and do some experimenting. And that big traffic hotspot is just up here. This roundabout here was part of the map that I started to play on. This interstate junction, intersection, whatever you want to call it, was already set up here with all of these nice looking lanes, and then we just built off of here as most people would. We built down there, built left, built right, and off we go. Now, as we built out this city, we have tried to help this area down here have extra connections to the interstate. So we've got this connection here, we've added our own connection over here, we've got another one that comes over here. So we've tried to spread the traffic out as much as possible. And other places in the city where we had traffic, we've put things like this in, which have really helped. Use of lane mathematics, time traffic lights, changes to the intersection and the junctions, all that sort of thing, and it's really helped. But usually, where you have traffic come into a city, a roundabout isn't always the best thing to use. We've got all the people coming in down this way, so they can come into the city, which is fine. But then you've also got all of the people here in the industry. So they're using this big main road coming here to then deliver to other parts of the city over here. We've got there's industry down here that want to get up this way as well. And quite often they're just choosing that as the fastest route, or to get from this side to start delivering to commercial, they're coming through here. I also had quite a few comments about this overpass that we set up here, and people saying that they're not using it if they're coming around here. So it looks like, so this is the two-way. So if you're coming from here going to here, you should use the overpass, and vice versa as well. People aren't doing that. So let's just have a look at these cars here. So they're all queued up. They're going round. Let's speed this up a bit. And wouldn't you, Adam, and believe it? They come off down here. And they didn't use this overpass. Now, they also do that going the other way as well from time to time. There we go. And the reason for that is these underpasses are great, but you really need to have them set up in a certain way. So let's have a look at this end over here. And as we go into here and click on lane connector, we've got a lot of lane connector stuff going on. You need these lane connectors here. You also need these lane connectors here, and then between here and there we're straight into a junction, so there's not any room once we've got past the needed lane connectors. And this little extra blue one I've got here, I've added that in to try and help alleviate this problem. But yeah, there's not a lot of room between here and there for them to start changing lanes and all that sort of thing. And then coming the other way, again, these are needed, these are needed, these are needed. We've got one little node here, and then we're at a junction again. But as you can see, this isn't the main problem. It's these people getting out and these people coming down here. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of ripping out this entire roundabout and replacing it with, I can't believe I'm going to say this, oh my goodness me, a traffic light. Yes, I'm replacing a roundabout with a traffic light, because in high traffic, high density, lots of stuff going on in and out of the city situations, a standard roundabout like this isn't always what I would choose to do. I know, shock horror, but yeah, that's the case. Well-made traffic lights and other types of junctions can also work as well. So I think what doesn't help with this is this overpass actually makes this worse. So what I'm going to do first is remove this overpass, put all the roads back to as they should be, and we'll just see what a difference that makes first of all. So that will mean we can remove all these connecting lines that we've got everywhere as well. So we've added in all these different lines as we've gone along. And that's what, do you know, it's interesting. I'm going to just remove all of these because what I'm going to do is interesting because I've done what a lot of people do when they send their cities into me. Oh, this is back to front. Look at that. What the heck's going on there? Yeah, that's the long way round as well, isn't it? Can't do it. They're so close. How are we going to fix this? Yeah, I think these cars here are giving way. I don't think I've set this up right. Hold on a minute. Let's keep an eye on it. And we've got traffic backing up into the city. Hooray! Biffa makes things worse. New series coming your way. Yeah, I don't think this is ever going to do what we want it to do. We can see, look, not enough cars getting out, which is just backing up, backing up, backing up. This isn't too bad, these getting in, but nah. So let's rip it out. Let's see what we can do that's better. I've never liked this roundabout anyway. I can see why it's been sort of done like this. This is good, the fact that it's got these sort of sweeping turns in and out, but with the nodes so close together and all that sort of thing, not really what I like. So we just have to find somewhere for all these water towers. Let us check our pollution because we have to be careful for that. Yeah, where's another area? And what about this little piece of land over here? Could be quite good. There's gonna be no pollution on there. Yeah, let's do that. We need a little name for this island. I was thinking Water Islands, but then I thought, you know what, you can all come up with a better name than that. So let me know in the comments below. And then one of our future projects will be to build a much better, there we go, water area. So that's good. We can get rid of those pipes. Those pipes will go eventually as well. Oh, mamma mia. Right. So now we need to delete this thing. And, oh, look at that. Good timing. Oh, autosave sip of tea just before we do that. And also don't forget to check out BiffaPlaysMerch.com. Link in the description and the pinned comment below for all your Biffa Plays games merchandise. Okay, not so much to remove as I thought. These two are going to end up going into the same road. I am thinking we are going to keep this here. And there we go. We're going to... Let's copy it. Is there a roundabout in this city that I could put that into? We've got this little area here which looks quite nice. We don't have many roundabouts in this one because it's all American. And, oh yeah, complaining about the water. Don't worry, we need to put power by the water things. I know, I know. Yeah, let's pop that over here. There we go, and it's gone. Right, so these roads are definitely going to be upgraded as they come into this section here. I'm just wondering whether we've got, if we stick with these ones, whether we've got any asymmetric ones. Let's go for that one there. Just wondering whether we could use a cheeky bit of a tool here. We need to just remove this. It's getting in the way. We'll pop that back. If we use, in our network multi-tool, this one here, the union nodes mode. If I do that to there, and then that to there. Okay, it unions them together, but slightly messy. Let me just have a little play with this. One sec. Okay, there we go. So we've got these two going into a 2 road, then going into here. So yeah, it's fine. We'll do some marking tool stuff later. So they are going to get a lane each that way and that way. And then this bit here. So what I want is nobody doing anything weird and hawky-balky. So these two go straight on. That one goes to there and there. That one goes to there, and then this one, that's right, goes to there. That's fine. Excellent. So now everybody's got lanes coming in. Everybody's got lanes where they need to go. No, I wanted this one. So, yep, that's fine. Let's have a look down here. I'm doing this because I don't want anybody sort of hooking a UE round there, which I don't think we'll get, but just in case. And I think that will be okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make this larger, just so we've got a little bit more space in there. Okay, excellent. Then we're going to do dedicated turning lanes to start off with, and then we'll see how it goes once people start coming in. And then we're going to just use a bog standard control, left click, time traffic light, and see what happens. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this as opposed to that roundabout. So let us unpause. Everybody's going to get all lined up. The traffic lights are going to start going. Okay, we need to do a little bit of a thing here. So let's grab that and say, no crossing, no crossing, no crossing. You can go through, you can go through. And I bet they're going to do that on these as well. No, that's already done. That's okay. This is okay. So down here, these ones, what I might just do is grab that and upgrade this one more back. Let's just pause that a second. Just so they can stack back a little bit further, which I think will work better. Which is the one I want. Stretch, bend, middle. I think that's the one I want. Yeah, that should be okay. That's got plenty of space. This one turns into a bridge. So we'll see how that goes. This one here, I'm going to bring it back. Oh, whoa, 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 no, what have I done? There we go, excellent. So they can queue up all the way down here, and to force them not to change lanes in this sort of queuing up section, I'm going to do that. We may do it further back if needed. See, like here, we don't want them changing lanes in the middle. We want them to queue all the way back. And we're definitely going to have to do that there. That I'll just leave as it is. Okay, right, so now they all need to think what the heck is going on, get the lights all sorted, and start doing some tests. And also, even though we've got a dedicated lane for each, that does mean only one lane for straight on. We might find... You can pull up to the line, fella. You might find that we can double up one of these other lanes to do that. And like here, everybody just seems to be going straight on. I just want to make sure I'm not forcing them to do that. I've got a sneaky feeling I'm forcing them to do that. So if you're green, you can come down here. You're basically forced to turn right, aren't you? So it's only the blues that are able to go straight on. Okay, well that's fine, because then what I'll do here is I'm going to make this one a straight on. It's only a quick turn. The ones that cross in the traffic I'll always leave empty. Why are you stopping and starting? Let's just make sure that there's no in-game traffic light, in-game stop signs. No, we're fine. Okay. And then we want to keep an eye on when these go. So all lanes are being used a lot. Not so much the straight on, because that goes out to nowhere. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? So what we might do here is make this middle one. So this is what you can do. You can adjust things to suit you. We'll make that middle one turn left as well, because we've got two lanes going up there. We definitely don't want parking on these. And we don't want parking on those. We don't want parking on that all the way down to the junction. And we don't want parking on those. Excellent. Okay. And then keeping an eye on this. I'm thinking the most used one is going to be into the city, the left one. So also here, I'm going to change the middle one to go straight on and left. We could have both of those left and then have that right and straight on there. Just to sort of monkey things around a little bit. Okay, and with all that changing, look, traffic. Oh, water. No, am I losing population and money? I am. What have I done? Oh, the city is dying around my ears. Okay, we need to do that. I said it as well, didn't I? Come on, Biffa, get your brain and get... What did I start off population-wise before this? Wow, 61,000 people. We've not lost a huge amount, and we've got tons of money, so I'm not overly concerned about that. Oh, man, everyone's dying. Please don't die. Come back to life. Have water. The life-giving essence. There we go. There we go. Even the people furthest away. Whew. And with that, yeah, okay. Is they all right for power? Everyone's all right for power. Okay, right, let's just get back to what we were looking at over here. So, yeah, this is a lot better. This is moving through here. This is getting a bit, you know, they get in each other's way with the lane changing. So I might just pause. I'm going to change this road to all the way down to here. We'll just turn that off. So now they can get into the 3 lanes all the way down. Let's just put that back again. And I might just, because this is the one that's cutting across the track. Yeah, I definitely want dedicated lanes on that. And then here I'm just thinking, if we get them to stack up all the way back, then they'll pick their lane as they go through here. So that would work much better. This has gone down. Look at that. So now that that's gone down, this has gone down. We can just keep an eye on this here. And it might be that we need to just tweak the traffic lights a tiny bit. But let's just watch and enjoy. So I'm thinking this change that's going on now needs to be slightly adjusted to get more people going through here, because the other two are devoid of traffic. So this is absolutely fantastic. A win for lane mathematics, I tell you what, and dedicated turning lanes. See how the traffic ebbs and flows. Now it's built up quite a lot, you see, coming in from the city this side. A lot of people wanting to go out of the city, look, and they're only using this one lane instead of this one. You've got to use your eyeballs, you know. If you don't use your eyeballs, you'll miss a lot. So people down here are being forced. Why are they only using this middle one? Well, people coming from this direction. Let's just check out our lanes that we've got going on here. So there's, yeah, two of these can go straight on. So they can pick that one if they like. They can also switch lanes in the middle here if they wish. Not that one, this one. So that might help. But once they get up here, so they can pick their lane there, they can pick the lane coming out of there. So there's no reason why they're not using both of these coming in. But then when they leave, I'm just wondering whether... Okay, we're going to delete that. We're going to do just queue on that side. So then they've got another node when they come through they can pick. Because then they're forced into a lane, So that might be the reason why. So keep an eye on this now, where people start picking the left-hand lane to also turn left as well as this one. You might notice now I've got the big bendy buses. I went through my mass transit. Yeah, look, cars are coming in that lane now. I went through my mass transit and I did a lot of changes. My buses are absolutely rammed for a lot of routes. We really seriously need to look at putting some high density mass transit through the middle of our cities at some point very soon. Yeah, there's not so many. They are, but not so many. Okay, so a little change. What I've done over on this side to force people to use more of the lanes is I've just dived into using the lane connectors, as you can see there. So I'm making these two go into those two lanes. And look at that. Now, all of this, hardly any traffic there. And I've done the same the other way as well. Hardly any traffic there. So it's just forcing them, if they want to use one of these two lanes or these two, that they have to use those lanes. I think it's just like an AI game thing. I don't know. But just forcing them to do it. And look at the traffic. It has gone right down, which is great. And every time the lights change, let's wait for the next change. It's backing up, backing up. I like to make sure, there we go. That green van was the last one that queued. Is it going to get through? If they stop doing that stupid thing, they might have done. But it's not continuing to build. Let's just see how far this backs up for when the light changes. It will come up soon. There, it was just here. Oh, the light haven't changed for this one yet. Okay, well, hold on. So I might just add a little bit of time. Yeah, they get through. I might just add a little bit of time onto this side, just to help them get out. So let's just grab that one. We'll pause a sec. So it is that one that we need. So it's step 1. So stop, edit, 3 and 8. Let's do minimum time 5 and 12 on there. And then I might even do that on this one as well, just to keep it going. 5 and 12, and then I'm pretty sure that that is going to be perfectly fine. Here we go. This light's going to change here. It's back to that bus. Is it going to get through? Oh, yes, it got through. Excellent. This one's queued back to that yellow car. Is it going to get through? It's a taxi. Just, yeah. Excellent. Very good, very good. And if I could just stop them doing that bouncing thing, I think we've got this junction sorted. Brilliant. Yeah, do you know what helped with the bouncing thing? I've just used node control and put it back to its normal size again. Look at that. It's all clearing out. Nobody's bouncing. Oh, you gotta love it. Right, so moving on from this junction, we really need to take a look at our mass transit because we've got some huge backlogs on some of our mass transit. And we need to really deal with that. But before I do that, I would like to use some of my money to offer to people free public transportation. And I want to know how much money that's going to cost us. So before we turn that on, let's dive into our budget screen. Here we go, our economy, and see. So our income, that's not what I want to look at, is this one here. So making profit from mass transit is just one of those things, even when you're charging people with using the mods that we're using for transit, it is very difficult. So our profit is pretty negligible, but overall our profit is so high that we've got 25 million in the bank. So I want to know whether our figures will increase if we give free public transportation to everybody. So these are the figures that we've got at the moment. I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of those. So as you can see, we've got overall roughly about 2,600 a week of residents and 450 a week of tourists using these. And you saw how much money we were or were not making. But our profit, our general profit in our city just bounces up and down. It's ridiculous. It's really good. That's what I mean by ridiculous. It's ridiculously good. So let's offer free public transportation to everybody. Free public transport. No ticket income. So I'm going to tick that. There we go. And let's keep an eye. Well, we'll come back to it. We're not going to watch it fluctuate, but we'll come back to this in a few moments and see how much of a difference that makes. And one thing I actually do want to check is because we're using Transport Lines Manager and I have set costs against all sorts of things, whether that has now changed to be 0. It looks like it has, because before it was like 5. Yeah, see, like this one here, I still got a cost of 5 attached to it. So I'm actually wondering whether that gets overridden or not. Yeah, just looking at the economy screen, the income is 0 on all of these now, whereas before these all had figures on them. And this has dropped down to minus 29,000. Before it was minus 14,000. So, yeah, pretty sure that it's overridden that other thing. We're still making money in our city, which is great. And, yeah, just want to see whether these figures start going up a bit. Okay, so things are going well. We're now up to 3,375 per week. Yeah, it's going to change while I'm talking. And 670 per week tourists. This is fantastic. And if I just close this up here, we're still making money in our city, even with free public transportation, which is just brilliant. So what I am doing is, let's just open this again, is I'm going to do this off camera, but I'm going to go through each of my lines like this, like each of my bus lines, each of my tram lines. This is the Transport Lines Manager that we're using here. And I tend to change this drop-down box here to the passengers waiting. I've spoken about this before, but with this mod you can see it. So we've got this countdown here that shows in red. And when it gets down to 0, people will start leaving. This number's going up, the amount of people waiting here, because there's people coming in as people are going. But that can give you a good idea of how busy a line is. So I tend to, if these start getting too red and getting down to 1 and people aren't being picked up like here, I would suggest that that needs another vehicle on this line. They're not getting stuck in traffic. We've got big vehicles on here. So we're using the super bendy bus. We could just add one more. So that would be this one here. So we've got 6 on there. So if I just scroll this up carefully, we'll get... I'll have to click it on there. We'll get 7, which is... Can I actually click in here and put the exact number that I want? Add entry... No. So it just has to be like that. Okay, that's fine. So it adds another one. So hopefully we're not going to have that happening anymore. And then I'm going to just go through each one of these and adjust. So these numbers are nice and big, not getting down to red, although we've got, yeah, not too many people waiting at those. Yeah. So I'm going to adjust those. It's like a balancing act, really, to go through to make sure more people are using these. It's now free, so we need to up that. Is that going to affect the traffic? So things to keep in mind when you're doing these sort of changes. So I'll get on with that. Just something I'm noticing while going through this. In the vanilla game, Sims citizens will always prefer higher levels of transit as you add them in. So you've got a load of buses, then you unlock, say, metros, put a few of those in, and the metros are rammed, and the buses not so much. And I'm just wondering whether Transport Line Manager takes that away, that sort of weight that comes into the game like that. I don't know. I'm struggling with Transport Lines Manager. I mean, I've used it a lot, but I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff in it. If you know a link to a wiki or something like that, then please post it below. Your post will get hidden because it's got a link, and then I'll unhide it. But yeah, because it seems like, you know, our metro is not really being used a lot, but our buses are getting hammered on some lines. Ignore this price thing. They're not really costing us anything. They're not really making us any money. So I'm sort of thinking I need to add in some better transport line options because our buses are hammered. But I don't know whether that's going to make any difference. I don't know whether people are just going to keep on taking the buses because they love them for some reason. I don't know. I've got completely lost as to where I am. I'm trying to find my bus hub. What's going on? Where am I? Let's just get my... It's just why I always keep a city. Okay, I know where I am now. But yeah, this bus hub, I've got super bendy buses and all sorts coming in and out here, and this is rammed. So I'm wondering whether the time has come to split out and pop in another hub in another part of the city to help alleviate the traffic. Okay, so I'm thinking of making a couple of additions to the transit in our city. We do have this other hub down here. I forgot about that one. This is towards this end of the city. But I really want to get a monorail in. But what I don't want to do is just plonk it right through the middle of the city for no reason, all the way up here, and just have that go through there. I don't think that would be necessarily fit in with the idea that I'm going. But what we've got here is we've got this big... Tea Time Plaza Station, bringing everybody in from various points in the city, as we can see. So we've got this one that loops around here. We've got this line that comes down here. We've got this line that goes there. Then we've got this line that goes up here. So I want to add in a couple of extra metro. In fact, we will do that first of all. Always click on the wrong one. So I would like to use... We've got this little line that comes out here. And I'm going to bring that... through this area, so people that work here near the prison. So this is something else I've been looking at, is this view. So we've got outgoing demand from the prison. Lots of people leaving the prison, which is great. Incoming demand actually is high as well, which it wasn't before, but it is now. So that's what that red view is, and that's from the Traffic Line Manager mod that does that. That is different from this view from the traffic mod, which is going a bit hoggy-borgy at the moment because I'm changing things up. Houses would go red in here if they didn't have enough parking. That's the Traffic Manager mod thing. But in the transit view, the transport view, that's what this red line is. So I want to add one over here into the Underhill district. So we've got a lot of houses coming over this way that need it. And we've got this school here as well. This one is quite nearby there. So I'm just thinking somewhere maybe over here would be good. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to take this little cut-through road that's there, because eventually we're going to have more shops and things in that area. So let me just hook this thing up. And actually, as I'm doing it, I'm thinking I want one over here as well, in this area. I think that would be good to help people get into Meadow Forestry area. I'm just looking there. Yeah, because we had this guy here as well that needs it for the prison. Where would be a good spot? I mean, we've got a lot of people that live and work here as well. So if we could just sort of fit it in here somewhere. Excellent. So people that live in and work in here can get to it. People for the prison can get to it. And everybody else can get to it as well. Cool. Right. Let me hook these things up. There we go. That'll auto change color and change name. So we can check that out see how that one's going. And then there was also somewhere else I wanted to add another one as well. Yeah, actually, do you know what? We've got this loop that goes around here, and it just sort of comes in here into Sheffield Hills. And I feel like we're missing an opportunity to have one in here somewhere. So if I just ever so slightly move that up, we can just pop one in. It's not going to face the way I want it to face, so we'll use the Move It mod and zippity-doo that around. That's it, and I can grab the lines that are still there, drag them over here, and add an extra stop in for the industry. Now, I do have 3 little parts here that I can add another line, but I don't really want to sort of come under the river up into this industrial area. I think we'll leave that as it is for now. Okay, excellent. So then, where was I thinking about the monorail? I was thinking about taking this road up the back and seeing if we can add a monorail on here. Maybe even to sort of bring it through and hook into this. We've got our sunken bypass metro station. And that's going to give more access to this area as we unlock it. So some of the new content creator packs coming out. Oh, I've got my eye on this island down here for the seaside resorts. That is going to look fantastic. But I just want to see how this sort of fits on here. So this one here. I don't want to change the roads out. Let's just put that back onto that mode. There we go. But we could just pop this. What are these ones here? 2-way monorail over road. Yeah, one of these. Yeah, so just looking, depends how we want to do this. We can go for the wide 24-meter one and get that either side on the grass verge, or what I think looks a little bit better, if we could just delete this by deleting the roads. No, there we go. Is use the 8-meter one, and that actually stays in the middle like that, in the central section, which I think will work well. Oh, traffic lights. How's that going to work with the traffic lights? Oh, man. That is like going straight through. I tell you what, we're going to have to use our imagination and just sort of pretend that that works okay, because that's just the way it is. So if we run this up here, there we go. That's fine all the way up to there. Then we've got the bridge, but I want to end up over here. So I'm just wondering whether over here we come alongside the bridge and then go alongside the road. I think that would work a lot better. Okay, there we go. Sweeps off there alongside the bridge up the river. I've just reinstated this underpass here instead of an overpass, and now we're at the other end. So now we can start to hook into this, and I'm just wondering whether let's have a look what options we've got for these. We've just basically got these 2 options: monorail station with road or alongside road. So we're going to use the alongside road, and we're going to delete that. We're going to grab this road here. We're gonna we're gonna delete that as well. We're gonna need to make some space here. There we go. We'll worry about sorting everything else out afterwards. So we'll just bring that up to there, and then we're gonna use this one for alongside the road. I want to get it as close as we can without overlapping. There we go. Excellent. And then we can hook this up to here instead of going over there. There we go. That's good for that end. And then if we come all the way down here, so I want a stop in the middle here, which unfortunately, if I use the one with the road, it's going to be entirely the wrong sort of road. So how are we going to do that? Could I literally just have it there and then snap it in either side, so right opposite the bus? I think that would be fine. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I think that'll work okay. We might end up not needing this piece over the road there, but we'll see what we end up adding in. And then I want another one right up here. If we pop that alongside here, there is a noise value attached to these, which is quite... I mean, it's not... It's a large area, but it's not very noisy. Noise pollution 80. Yeah, how are we going to swing that round to get into there? Maybe we're going to have to pop it along the end here. Oh, we can get that in the middle there. Oh, that's just perfect, isn't it? That is absolutely perfect. Okay, there we go. I think that'll work okay. We'll do a little bit of tweaking and things as we go along, as I always do. But that looks good. So now we've got that extra option there. We can add in our first monorail stop. So we're going to have a line. It's probably just going to go from one end to the other and back again. We'll add a stop there. We'll add a stop there. Yes, we don't need that little line in the middle there now, do we? There we go. That'll be automatically coloured and set up. And I think that is going to be really helpful. There we go. That is working really well. There's a few lumpies and bumpies as we go up and down here. But that's fine. I'll smooth those out. I am going to get rid of this line that's going down here, hopefully without destroying the road. Oh, darn it. My finger slipped and I destroyed the road. What sort of road did I have in there? It's just going to be this one. That is what we're going to add. There we go. Very good. Very good. So it'll be interesting to see how many people start using these, particularly by the hubs that we've got. And over here as well, loads of people already coming in. There's some trees I need to trim back as well. But that's what I want to see, people making good use of these. So I'm just going to put these paths and the fences all back in. So let's get some final figures. By the way, still making so much money. What else could I use my money for in the city? So we're not just raking it in taxes so much, but we're using it to increase our city in some way. Let me know in the comments below your ideas. Any other mass transit ideas you have as well. Thinking something to do with the sea. We haven't got that in yet, but I feel like we need to open some squares yet before we get to that. But anyway, yeah, let's get our final figures. Traffic, 77%. I'm happy with that. This is a really, really busy city, so that's good. And transport use, yeah, so 451 it was before, 595, so that is a pretty big jump. And then the residents, 2654 is the figures I took from earlier, 3346, and that is only going up. That is brilliant. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe. We're going to have lots of stuff coming up for plazas and promenades and the new content creator pack as soon as that is available to go out and release and all that good stuff. Unless there's any news in the meantime, like the video on the screen now, you can go and check that out. And I will see you all very soon for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.